Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So today you guys, I'm going to be reacting to how I got kicked out of my foster home part 2. And that way you guys could get a glimpse of what my life was like pre-adoption. So let's go. All right, let's go. Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. So I'm kind of wanting to clarify a couple of things, add to the previous story, just a few details here and there that I think may be interesting to you guys. So the first detail I remembered after talking to Lori, if you know Lori, my sister, is that we did go to our aunt's house for like a month apparently. So we went to, for like a month, we were there, and then we went into our foster homes. Just to clarify that, I barely remembered it myself. One like the first nights, like I went to the basement, into the bathroom, and then like I just bawled. Like I was scared, I wanted my mom, and I was just really confused, and it's just, you know, that terrifying time for a little 8-year-old. You're with your main family, that disintegrates. You're with extended family, then that's gone, and now you're with strangers overnight. And you just didn't really understand it until I'd be pulled up into the driveway and it's like, here's your new home. It's so traumatizing, like really. So I remember, like I said before, my foster mom came downstairs. She was like comforting me, like, you know, it's gonna be okay, you know, trying to make me feel better, you know, and so on, so on, so forth, etc. So what I remember too was just kind of sad. I know I wasn't gonna do too many sad videos, but I remember it happened again. Like I just got really sad, and I'd like to hide, so I would just hide in the bathroom and I would just cry and stuff like that. And I remember her coming downstairs and saying that I was being dramatic and all I wanted was attention and I needed to stop crying and stuff like that. So I remember that happening. I remember being just like so overwhelmed, and like I just wanted to cry and I couldn't do that. Like apparently I was being too noisy or being too needy, or she think I was faking. I mean, there's only like day 2, and yeah, so I remember that happening, which kind of started a whole thing with me of hiding my feelings, because I felt like they weren't valid, they were uncalled for, and that kind of thing, which kind of snowballed into a whole nother thing entirely. But that's a whole nother video. So I remember that. Yeah, so the second day, you know, I was still upset, obviously. I would just kind of hide and cry. So I went back down to the basement bathroom and I just like cried. And she basically said that I was being over dramatic, you know, like you're just crying for attention, you're just asking for your mom because you're in trouble, like whatever the case is. Regardless, that's day 2, you know. And I know that I was an extra kid, like I was definitely more extra, but it's like, it's day 2. I lost my entire family, you know what I'm saying, to the system. Like it's unimaginable. And like I was so young, I think I was like 8 years old. So I was like literally a year older than my son, and I couldn't imagine how traumatizing that would be for him. And so it was just like one of those things that like you always remember. And it kind of started that, like I said, it snowballed into, at that age I was really working on trying to like hold my feelings in. Like I never wanted to cry, I never wanted to show that I needed anybody. Like it was just starting to get to that point of just like my feelings weren't valid. And I was not supposed to be crying because my mom's not there. Like it's day 2 of foster care. It's, you know, it's literally, it's insane. But there's also some other things that I remember doing myself in this home. I remember the foster mom made like cheesecakes, right? She made a bunch of cheesecakes and she had them sitting in the fridge to cool. And all the time, like I would get a lot of threats, like, you know, I wasn't allowed to have sugar because I was like super hyper, and I loved candy and ice cream and just, I mean, I'm sure all kids do, but I was like extra. Like I got any kind of sugar, I was bouncing off the walls. So I would always like sneak stuff all the time. So like I like went in and like I went into the fridge to the cheesecakes, and I literally like scooped out like the cheesecake. Not the crust, but I scooped out the cheesecake and I ate it. Just like, I just was like, ah. I think it was cheesecake. I think it was pumpkin pie. But I could be wrong. It was so long ago. But like, I literally like did like a, you know, just a little off the top, you know, you just I took the filling out. I took the filling out and I just ate it. And, you know, I just like couldn't help it. I don't know. Like I just was so used to being hungry. and just ate the whole thing, right?
It was like, ah, and just ate the whole thing, right?
And just scooped off the filling. And I just kind of like walked away like nothing happened, you know. And I remember my foster mom was like, who ate that cheese? Who did that? Who went in there and just scooped it off the top? And I'm sitting here like, not me. I don't know who did that. The devil is a lie. And my poor sister Nicole, I got asked the same question. Like, I lied. I was excited. I just got nervous. I was just like, no, like, why would I do that, bro? Did you do this? And she was like, I did not do that. And she was like, Melissa would not go in there and scrape the stuff, the frosting or whatever off the cheesecake. She would not just scrape the cheesecake with her bare hands. Yes, she would. And I remember Nicole like really taking the fall for that one. I apologized. But that did happen. I remember another time somebody came over and I feel so bad now as an adult though, because I remember Nicole like getting caught for it, and I knew she didn't do it because I did it. And I remember just feeling kind of bad, but also like didn't want to get in trouble because I was already getting a lot of crap from my foster parent at that time, as far as like being emotional and stuff. And I just like couldn't handle getting in trouble again. And so I was like, nah, I'm gonna let her take the fall for that, which is so crazy. And it wasn't like an intentional thing where I wanted her to get in trouble, but I felt bad. But yeah, at the time, like I was just like not wanting to get in trouble again. And Nicole, I thought at the time was definitely handling the transition better than I was. Yeah, I mean, I believe that she was just older, so she understood more of what was happening, and I just was younger, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just in survival mode. I believe it was a friend of my foster mom, and they brought over these little they're gum cigars. I don't know if you guys remember those, but they looked like cigars, but they were gum. And so she had told me like I was not allowed to eat them. Like, you're not allowed to eat it. You can eat it tomorrow because it's time for bed. So of course, you know, real rebel. You guys remember those? And you'd pretend to smoke them and you can just like chew them. Bro, take me back. Take me back to that time. I grabbed it, whatever, and I went to bed, and I was like, took a bite out of it while I was like on my bunk bed, and I was just like chewing it, you know. I'm like, oh, you know, it's so good, and I'm just being extra. And she had come into the room, like she started knocking on the door, and she came into the room, and I freaked out, and I was like, oh, where am I gonna put this gum?
It's about to go down.
And so like I stuck it in my shirt, and like I had like a long white t-shirt on for like pajamas, and I stuck the gum like on my shirt and wrapped it in the layers of the shirt. And I was like hiding. I thought I was gonna get caught, and she didn't know. And I was like, okay. And she left, and I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom to get this gum out. In the layers of the So I remember I don't think I had like actual pajamas at the time, because they gave us a garbage bag full of stuff. But like she gave us like for the night like these big t-shirts, like white t-shirts. And I remember just sticking the gum in the t-shirt and pressing it really tight because I didn't want it to fall out. So I was like, oh, I'll hide this gum really good, pressing. And I just was like, I can't have her find out that I have this gum. It's literally bedtime and I'm chewing gum in bed. And I was like trying to peel off the gum from the shirt so she wouldn't find out. And so a little bit of backstory to this. I had a lot of upset stomach and bathroom problems, and I had a lot of anxiety from a lot of the stuff that was happening. So I was in the bathroom a lot, and like I would always get Pepto-Bismol. They always give that to me to make me feel better. So back to the story. I went to the bathroom to take the gum off the shirt, and I was in there so long, you guys. Like I was like trying to get this up. Okay, so I had a lot of upset tummy problems back then. I was in the bathroom a lot. Like I have a lot of anxiety. Obviously, as you would, you know, this is only like a couple days into foster care, and so I was always in the bathroom all the time. So I was like trying to get this stuff out. I was trying to make it so she wouldn't know that I did this to the shirt and everything like that. But yeah, so I was like freaking out, and she's like knocking on the door, and she's like, you've been in there forever. You cannot get any more of that medicine. You're not getting any more of that medicine. That's obviously making your stomach worse. And I distinctly, here's the kid's thought for you. So because my stomach was always so messed up, my foster mom would give me Pepto-Bismol, as I said in my video. And I liked it so much because it tastes like bubblegum. Like it tastes like bubblegum to me, and I really liked it, and I felt like a sweet treat. You know, my kids, it's so funny because my kids say that too. Like they like getting their medicine. They feel like it's like a treat, you know, like it tastes good, whatever, because kids' medicine tastes good. And so I really liked it. And so when I got caught in the bathroom, you know, I was trying to get the gum out of my shirt. She thought I was having another accident. And then for some reason she was saying like, oh, you can't have no more of that because, you know, it's obviously just making your stomach hurt and blah, 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 blah. And now I think about it, I don't know if she was saying that because she knew I liked it and she wanted to take it away, or if she was actually thinking that the upset stomach medicine was making my stomach upset. Because I don't think about that, don't really make sense. Anyways, I distinctly remember being disappointed that I couldn't get any more of the bubblegum medicine. Who does that? Who does that? Like, I remember being like, I was like, man, I really was sad. Y'all said, no, I like the bubblegum medicine. And I would like see it in the fridge and be like, oh, I miss you. Like that bubblegum medicine. And like sometimes I would sneak like a little sip of it. This is kind of messed up, y'all. I would sneak a little bit of it just to have the taste of like the bubblegum. It was really kind of a lot. I also remember, I was like, I don't remember when this was, but I don't remember that. See, that's the same, my memories like fades over time. But apparently I was taking little sips of it, which honestly I'm not surprised by it. I'm not surprised by it because, you know, we didn't really get a whole lot of any kind of sweet treat, stuff like that. I mean, with this home, it wouldn't have been bad if like I didn't have to go to another family's house, you know, after school and stuff, because the foster mom herself wasn't bad. It was fine at her house, but it's the people that she left us with that became a problem. And not even my foster mom's mom. My foster mom's mom was so sweet. I loved her. But it's just like everybody else in the house was a problem. It's kind of sad, but I remember whenever I was younger, like I would get threatened with like Robitussin. So like I don't remember ever being sick. So I mean, like I said, I was 8 years old, so I may have, you know, got this all kind of warped in my head, but I don't remember ever really being sick. But I remember like getting in trouble and then them giving me Robitussin like when I was in trouble. And like to this day, there's certain flavors that literally make me gag. Like it's like I can't do it. Like strawberry. Yeah, I do remember that. I remember like I don't remember ever feeling sick at that moment. Like I said in here, like I was 8, so I feel like sometimes it feels misconstrued. Like maybe I didn't understand the situation, but to my knowledge of the situation, I remember like not feeling sick and I was in trouble for something that I did. I don't remember what it was. And she was like, have me come get this medicine. And I'm just like, no, no, no. And I was fighting it. I didn't want it. I was like, you know, putting up a big stink and she made me take it. And like to this day, like a lot of artificial flavoring, like different maybe candies or drinks and stuff like that, I can't even drink to this day because it triggers that like nausea feeling. And it just reminds me of that artificial medicine flavor. So I still don't like artificial strawberry, cherry like flavors because like it's gross. Like if it comes in like a candy syrup, I can't even take liquid medicine to this day. I will suffer first. If it's not in pill form, I don't want it. So to this day, I'm 30 and I was 8 years. Like to this day, there's certain flavors that literally make me gag. Very cherry, like artificially flavored ones, like that really weird flavor. Can't do it. Like it literally smells like Robitussin to me. Cannot have anything to do with it. I really can't. So it's kind of sad hearing you think about it. But yeah, so that was another thing that happened in that particular home. But I'm going to end on a pot because everybody in that home at the time, I guess it was like some sort of like punishment or something, but they would not celebrate my birthday. Like I remember sitting on the front porch at my foster mom's house and them kind of distinctly walking past me. Remember the monster with the big eyes? Yeah, she walking past me and like, we're not celebrating your birthday. I'm not even gonna say happy birthday to you. And I remember being really sad that like my birthday wasn't going to be celebrated, and it was just like, it was really sad. Like that's like the first year, you know, the first birthday after being taken from my home, and I was really looking forward to it, and I was so excited. Positive note. So on a positive note, I remember going to see the Beauty and the Beast musical. Till as old as time, true as it can be, barely even friends, till somebody bends unexpectedly. Baby Avery, when he was just a baby, he was so little. Oh my gosh. I guess just to backtrack a little bit, yeah, so they would not celebrate my birthday in foster care. So I would stay on the front porch. I knew that it was coming. They're like, we know it's your birthday. We don't care. We're not doing, like, they're literally like in my face like this. We don't care. It's your birthday. Blah, blah. Like to an 8-year-old. I was turning 9. And yeah, it's like, so for a grown person to treat a child this way, especially a child that didn't ask to be there, you know what I'm saying? We were abused and we were placed here for your protection and for you to take care of us because you wanted to be a foster parent or foster somebody. And all of a sudden you want to be in my face talking about we're not celebrating your birthday because blah, 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 blah. So it's devastating. But anyways, I don't know if this was like and then later on, like that's why they did the Beauty and the Beast play. But I feel like the mom that was the foster mom had good intentions and she was fine. Like she did obviously had her hang-ups and stuff, but like there was some kind of effort there, you know. But if she didn't leave us with her terrifying sister, it probably would have been okay, you know. But the Beauty and the Beast, I'll never forget it. It was the most amazing thing I've ever experienced. I would definitely see it again as a grown adult. I still love the song. I have like the little figures on ice characters. Like it's still a thing. I did watch it with my son, so that's a fun thing to see about 6 years later. I did watch it with him, you know, just on the TV and everything. So yeah, turning 9 and they refused to celebrate my birthday. So I think this might have been like a kind of a to make things a little bit better. But we went to see the Beauty and the Beast musical, which to this day is by far my favorite musical. I don't care how old I am, I will still watch Beauty and the Beast and love it, and I'll watch it with my little son one day as well. But yeah, I do remember that, and I remember being so ecstatic, like to this day, you guys. Like I love Beauty and the Beast. It's like so cool. I'd love to see it again one day. So that's some positive and negatives of the home. I believe that's most of the stories from there. Yeah, so I really appreciate that. It's one of those like core memories I'll never forget. That was the coolest thing I've ever experienced. And I guess I put a blooper reel at the end of this. Let's check it out. Hi YouTube family, it's your girl here, Melissa. I am here to make a part 2 to the video. Link in the description, and you can click on that one. 2 to the video that I had previously. Well guys, that's the end of this video for today, but if you'd like more videos like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna be uploading videos hopefully every couple of days. If you have any requests, please leave a comment below, and like I said earlier, the link to the previous video is in the description. Thanks for watching. So yeah, that is the reaction to how I got kicked out of my foster home part 2. Like I said, it was a very traumatizing time. It was a very hard time. It's kind of where, you know, that's where a lot of like the things kind of started happening as far as like how I dealt with things in real life. And I still struggle with some of those things, but over time you heal and you grow, and you're supposed to be learning and changing. I did do therapy as a kid. I did therapy as a grown adult, and I think this therapy is so important if you were having struggles with anything. I know that when you guys are in my lives, I tell the kids that all the time. Those are struggling, like go outside, touch some grass, okay? I'll be out in the sunshine, be out, and you know what I'm saying, go outside, talk to an adult, talk to a teacher, talk to somebody who can actually get in touch with you. Because as much as I love you guys letting me know, that I have no way of really communicating with you. But also, side note, I do have a bit of an update. I cannot do the messaging back and forth on Instagram anymore. If you're under 18, don't message me, please. As much as I don't mind speaking to you, I just have to be aware that the parents of these children that are messaging me don't know who I am. They don't know who I am from a can of paint. And I had a situation come up where a parent was like, or a parent's aunt was just like, who are you? Like, why don't be messaging my niece like this? And it was very freaky to me because like I said, I've done foster care. I understand the dangers. So like even in that brief moment being looked at as like a predator was freaked me out. And she later like apologized. She's like, I'm so sorry. She goes, I didn't know what was happening at first. Like she checked on my channel. I told her like check on my live. You can see, you know, I was telling her daughter to like don't put your number on my page, you know, say, girl, like you can't be doing this as this is strangers, okay? And I said, you know, I told her you can see the messages. I have not unsent anything I said. I said I subbed to the channel because she wanted me to look at her channel. I subbed. I said great job on one of her videos, and I said good night. You know what I'm saying? So, but after speaking to her aunt, I'm just like, you know what? Like, yeah, I totally get that. And I was like, I told her, I said, I'm honestly so appreciative that you're looking out for her like that. I said, because I wish I would have had that as a little kid, to feel safety in my family and be like, hey, clock it. You know what I'm saying? Because our kids need to be safe. And as much as I have good intentions, there's parents that don't understand that, or they don't know me from a can of paint, or because I know with my kids, they have no social media. They're not on my phone. They don't have tablets, because of situations where you can have an adult, especially an adult with ill intentions, talking to your child. So since I haven't that experience, as much as I have good intentions and I want to show up as much as I can for people, for kids, for anybody, I just can't risk that becoming a problem and making parents uncomfortable because they don't know me from a can of paint. So I'm not going to be doing the private messaging anymore. I won't be responding. I probably won't be responding to any messages, honestly, guys, because at the end of the day, I'm a married woman. So I'm like, I don't really need to be responding to other men in my inbox. Kids, I don't want the backlash from that, so I won't be responding. I'll be posting like updates of my thumbnails, like showing that I have a new video dropped. You can message me underneath any video that you want. We can still talk. I could talk to you in my live. We can go back and forth as much as I can. You can comment under my posts, and I can definitely talk to you there. But there's just no way of really doing that in a way that makes parents comfortable. As far as going live with you guys as well, I won't be doing that with under 18. I don't want the flack from that. I mean, unless you have a parent present or a guardian present, I don't want no parts, because at the end of the day, I have to think like I would think with my children, and I don't want my children just on live some random person. And if it is someone who has good intentions like myself, I would want to be there. So I feel bad because I know I was like, oh, I'm gonna go live with subscribers. And I'm just starting to realize that like, that may not look good. I don't know. But yeah, so anyways, thanks so much for watching my video, guys. That is my reaction to my Kicked Out of Foster Home Part 2. And also an update on the live situation and what I had to go through this week with a parent, from a parent of a subscriber. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and post this video, and I will see you guys on my next live and on my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next live. Bye. From them chickens you've been tricking on.